You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy. This podcast is filmed in front of a live studio audience and contains coarse language. Could it be any more spoilery about a 25-year-old sitcom? Hello everybody and welcome back to the one where we watched a Friends rewatch podcast with Billy and Noosk, where we're here breaking down Friends Season 2 for you all. How you doing, Noosk?
Can't complain. Except I have and I will continue to.
Yeah, you really will. Even after I made you that lovely martini?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Come on. We're getting drunk, we're recording, it's good fun.
I'm just cold. The martini hasn't hit in yet.
But this is fun because here we are. We're back here with Season 2. We did all of Season 1 and we're here to keep going. So I'm really looking forward to this. Before we start, I want to give a massive, massive shout out to wonderful patron of the Potty Mouth Network, Mel, who emailed us last week after our recap episode went out. And I said that unfortunately we were out of lightning round questions. Mel took the time to scan a whole bunch of cards from Friends Trivial Pursuit, which she happened to had, and email them to us. And so thank you very much, Mel. And I can assure you that I have not looked at Noosk's cards. Mel did 2 separate PDFs, one for you, one for me, so that I didn't look at yours. I respect that. I got my auntie who has a printer to print them out and put them in sealed envelopes. Who has a printer. Printers are so rare these days, man. Like, so I've got one at work, but obviously I couldn't do the printing for this. So massive shout out there. Thank you for that. So here we are talking about the first episode of Season 2 of Friends, the 25th episode overall. It is the one with Ross's new girlfriend.
Yeah. What do you want me to say? Yes, it is the one with Ross's new girlfriend.
Do you have strong memories of this one?
Very much so.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely. I remember being like, oh my God, Julie. Julie is just a lovely, nice person who does not deserve... Anyway, we'll get into it.
We will. Okay. This episode aired on the 21st of September 1995. It was written by Jeff Astro and Mike Sikowitz. It is one of the only episodes throughout all 10 seasons to have no cold open at all. We go straight into the title sequence.
Oh.
However, on the DVD release, get this, I didn't even know this, Phoebe does a recap of the previous season to camera.
What?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, because of course we get that at the start of Season 3 where Joey does it, talking about the beach house.
Oh, and he's lying on the beach.
Yes, yeah. But Phoebe,
I hate that.
Phoebe did it in the coffee shop, but only on the DVD release, not when it was aired on television.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't talk to the camera.
A couple more fun facts for you. This, of course, is the first utterance of, I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
It is the first episode filmed at the new stage, which would later be renamed the Friends stage.
Aww.
So they rebuilt the entire Central Perk, this time with a full outside street. Whereas in Season 1, I never actually noticed this. Now we need to go rewatch again.
No.
It was a painted backdrop outside the windows, whereas now it's a full street set.
So they can do stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As it is, of course, the return of the show, we are also returning to the synopsis, which we are going to remember this time. Because, of course, we got a lot of feedback that people missed the horn. So here we go.
Nobody missed the fucking horn, and you better have changed it.
So here we go. My turn to do the recap. Let's get into it.
You changed it, right?
So anyway, yeah, we'll...
Nobody wanted the horn. We got lots of feedback that they didn't want the horn.
I don't think you read the right feedback.
I don't read any feedback except the ones you send me.
This one's going to be really easy to get in 30 seconds. I'm almost sure of it.
Julie, done.
So Ross returns from China. Not Phoebe. Jesus, I'm messing this up already. Rachel goes to meet him at the airport to give him flowers. And she meets his new girlfriend, Julie, that he's brought back from China.
Yep.
And meanwhile, Monica wants Phoebe to give her a haircut. And Phoebe completely misinterprets who she wants her hair to look like.
It's the haircut one.
Chandler needs a new pair of pants.
Oh, that's better. You changed
Is that better than the
it.
horn?
Oh, anything's better than the horn.
I gave us a little sting.
Yeah, that's fun. It's very
Right.
Friends adjacent.
Well, let's get straight into it then. We start off in the apartment. No, we don't.
We start at the airport, you dingus.
We start off, as I said, at the airport.
No,
Rachel waiting.
as I said.
And Ross and Julie come out. Rachel completely freaks out, starts screaming, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, move, emergency. She falls down and shit. She's bleeding.
She tries to, like, escape rather than just, like, hiding casually amongst a crowd of people just
I
walking out
know.
normally.
There's heaps of people there.
I mean,
just
it's a
hide.
sitcom, whatever, I get it.
Yeah.
But,
it is.
like, she climbs over chairs and then falls down, and
Yeah.
she uses the flowers to stop the bleeding. Every time she does that, I'm like, so many infections.
But that's not even the most cringe part of this opening, because then when she says hi to Ross, she welcomes him back from the Orient.
Oh, no, I think it's more cringe when she yells at Julie.
Yeah, because Ross introduces
Welcome
Julie
to
her.
America. I'm from New York.
I mean, look, in Rachel's defense, Ross comes back from China with a Chinese girlfriend. What are the odds that this woman is from New York? Like, honestly, like...
Well, they're in the same field, and she was there to... It was a whole bone thing.
Well, was she? Is that what it was? She was...
What? They say it in that episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like it's been so long.
He says that to the entire group, and then Rachel cuts in with the story. Isn't that just spit on your neck, kick you in the crotch? Fantastic. I fucking hate that
wasn't
line
she
so much.
there? Wasn't she there on the other side? Wasn't she there for negotiations for the Chinese?
Maybe she speaks both. Maybe she's bilingual and she can translate.
That's true. I wish I was bilingual.
I wish you were lingual.
That is so cool.
I don't know. You've just made a few errors this episode, and I'd like to highlight it.
I can speak some Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Hajimemashite. Watashi wa biri desu.
Sushi. Me too. Sake.
Osake.
Is it osake?
It is osake.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Salmon skin roll.
Salmon skin roll.
So then we're at the apartment, as I was very clearly saying before. And Monica is telling the others that Rachel went to the airport. Phoebe says that is bigger than huge. That's gigantic.
Guys, I get that you're all in your 20s and something's happening in the group, but come on, get your own lives. It's just pathetic.
Do you think our friends thought it was huge when you and I started dating?
Yeah, remember one of them didn't believe you.
Well, yeah, but in fairness, that's because I am punching well above my weight. And that's saying something because I weigh a fucking lot.
Don't do that. Don't be so self-deprecating.
Well, it's true. You're banging hot. You're like the Rachel and I'm Gunther. Like, none of this
Have
makes
you seen
sense.
me this evening?
None of this
I can
tracks.
barely open my eyes from hay fever. I'm
Yeah,
pasty. I
those-
look like a sick Victorian child.
Sexy, sick eyes. Monica points out the guy's haircuts. Thank God, because Chandler's is fucking awful.
It's one of many times Chandler's hair looks awful in this show.
Oh, they all have pretty bad
And yeah,
spells.
well, they all go through it at different points.
Ross definitely has a good chunk of time with awful hair.
Oh,
even
multiple
Joey,
times.
Even Joey has some very bad hair at points in this show.
Yes, yep. But yeah, it's particularly bad this episode. She gave the guys haircuts.
Yep.
We are right in the 90s here.
Yeah. I remember my favourite 90s... Well, I had
Wait,
two.
did you say Monica gave the guys haircuts?
No, Monica points out there.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just checking your lingual.
Fuck
Just
off.
checking your lingual.
I remember my favourite 90s haircuts. There are two that I can think of. The first was the undercut. Do you remember when undercuts were huge? It was effectively a bowl cut, but the bit underneath the bowl was like shaved, like buzz cut.
Yes.
Yeah. From memory, Devon Sawyer had it. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's sick. And then after Dawson's Creek started and Pacey got his tips frosted, I also went through a phase of having frosted tips.
Just the tip.
So then Rachel runs into the room. She's rushing in ahead of Ross and Julie to tell the others what's going on.
And I just don't ever believe that someone as fit-looking as Jennifer Aniston could pull off being so out of breath that she can only get out keywords. It's just really poorly done, I think.
Yeah, she's talking like...
Julie!
Yeah, talking like the little black kid from Malcolm in the Middle.
China!
Yeah.
Like, it's just... Yeah. I forgot that kid.
That kid was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ross comes
Why was
in.
his disability a bit, though? That's not good. We should probably reassess that. But anyway.
Yeah, that show's probably really dated as well. Maybe we should rewatch that after we do ER.
Oh my god.
This show's going to go forever.
All these 90s shows.
Actually, that's I forgot to shout this out as well. When Mel sent us through the trivia cards, she sent through enough for us to last about the end of season 3, season 4, and I said thank you very much.
Amazing.
If you're still listening by then, I'll hit you up for more. And she assured me that she would be listening all the way to the end, even when we do Joey. So
We aren't doing
We
Joey. We're not.
so then Ross and Julie come in, and Ross is kind of a douche. He says, "That's all right, Rach. We got the bags. Why should Rachel carry their bags?"
I don't know. It's very... I mean, look, like, if there's lots of bags, she kind of bolted. Like, it'd be nice, like, if your friend helped. It's not like she drove them there. They all caught a cab.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's got to go park the car. Maybe it's just highlighting how selfish she is.
So you're on Ross's side here? No way.
No, not at all. I would not expect my friend who came and brought me flowers to the airport to stem her bleeding. I would not expect her to help me with the bags. But you know, like when you're really close friends like that, where you're almost more like cousins or siblings with all your friends, you can say that sort of thing.
I don't think you can say that about Ross and Rachel.
Well, I did. I said it
Okay.
in my all linguisticality.
So Ross introduces Julie to the rest of the gang. She's really annoying and poorly written.
Julie?
Yeah.
No way. I love Julie.
I'm not a fan of Julie.
Excuse me. I just had to have a sip and put down my martini glass. What the fuck?
It's not Julie's fault. I just don't think she's written very well.
I don't think you're written very well.
I'm not. I'm barely lingual.
Lingual.
See? Proving my own point.
Oh my god.
Like you mentioned,
like Julie.
Rachel spoils the end of Julie's story.
About the chicken pooped in her lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get into it, but Julie deserves none of this. And I suppose it's kind of good, maybe, to see Rachel be as unhinged as Ross has been for all of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make it right. Does it make good television? Yes. But if these were people in real life, I'd be like, you need to settle the fuck down. He owes you nothing.
So then Ross and Julie leave, and we get super dramatic and sad music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, trouble in the group.
None of this action.
Are you actually going to add a sting every time we change scenes?
No, I'm absolutely not. I just
don't have
knew
time
how
for
much
that.
you'd hate that.
Okay, good. So then we're at the coffee shop. First
Yep.
scene for season 2 at the coffee shop, unless you count Phoebe's recap. Ew. Which I do not. And Rachel, being the incompetent waitress she is refusing to get Chandler a coffee
Yes,
unless he talks to Ross.
that's right.
Like, what is he supposed to fucking say?
Yeah, well, so he does talk to Ross. He does. He says, weren't you just madly in love with Rachel?
Yep.
And Ross says, yes, but there was this voice inside my head that kept saying, never going to happen, never going to happen. And do you know whose voice that was? You, pal. And Chandler says, you sure? Maybe it was God doing me.
That's a good line.
But he never would have gone for Julie if it weren't for Chandler, he says.
Yep. So it's all Chandler's fault. Drama in the group again. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Guys, will these friends make it through the episode?
So after he's done talking to Ross, Chandler, he gets sappy. I know you love sappy Chandler.
I hate sappy Chandler.
And he tells Rachel that, he's happy. The silver lining is that he made that decision himself, trying to not get any of the blame for basically making Ross do that.
Yes, yep. Hilarity ensues.
Yeah.
But also, like, he says he's happy, so let it be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't care about him 5 seconds ago,
Yeah.
so let it go.
I think we spoke about this last time. It's so true. Like, I do think this storyline rings really true. Because I'm sure that you had this experience where, you know, you had a friend, like, you never thought about them in that way. And then someone is like, oh, you know, they have a crush on you, and all of a sudden you see them differently, and you're like, huh.
Who do you see differently? Who has a crush on you?
Well, nobody now. Even you don't.
I do.
Oh, that's sweet. I see you differently now.
You're being a dog this season.
Oh, Jesus. The word is usually reserved for the Rossitron.
Yep, you've earned it.
So then we're back at the apartment. The guys are watching sumo wrestling.
Yeah. Is this just like a let's throw shit at the Orient episode? Is that what's happening? It's unclear. And of course, we have to make a joke of their size.
I mean, sumo wrestling also famously not from China.
No.
But I guess neither is Julie. Maybe that's the joke.
Oh, maybe that is the joke.
Yeah.
There's like a subtext.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monica.
Actually, extremely ahead of their time.
I found this line really funny. Monica says to Phoebe, hey, you know what I'm thinking? And Phoebe comes back with, it's been so long since you've had sex that you're wondering if they changed it.
No, but now I am.
See, but I'm going to call bullshit on that because young Ethan in the world of this show was like 2-3 weeks ago.
True.
So
Yes, but
not been that long.
yes, but having said that, in the world of 90s and 2000s sitcoms,
You're right.
2 to 3 weeks
is a very long
you might as well kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like you can't go a few weeks without having sex with someone. That's terrible.
That's true. But what Monica is thinking is that she wants a haircut. I don't know why, because like I said, Chandler's hair looks fucking awful. But
Also, her hair's like not long either.
Yeah.
Like anyway, she just wants
a
a little bit
haircut.
off, and I love Phoebe's reaction here. No.
yeah,
No.
yeah. And Phoebe says to her, you know, you wouldn't want me to cut your hair. I'm incredibly anal and over the top control freak. And Monica says, no, you're not. She goes, I know I'm not, but you are.
But you are. Phoebes. Oh, it's been too long, Phoebes. She's calling everyone on their bullshit. Love it. Cheers to Phoebes.
This is when Chandler comes in saying that he needs a tailor. He needs his pants redone, and Joey recommends his tailor.
Oh, this is this episode. I always forget it's this episode.
Yeah. Yep.
Such an iconic scene.
It
Well,
is.
later.
Yes. Joey tells Chandler, you know, he's been seeing this tailor since he was 15.
Yep.
No, wait. 16.
No, wait.
No, excuse me. 15.
Oh my God. That's such an old person thing to do, isn't
Well,
it?
because then
on
Chandler comes back
Wednesday-
with, you have to stop the Q-tip when there's resistance.
Such a Chandler line.
Oh, it's
He's
one
so
of my
mean
favorite.
to Joey.
It's literally one of my favorite
Yeah,
lines.
it's a very good line. But he's so mean to Joey. Fuck, I do hate when old people do that, though. They're like, oh, last Wednesday.
I know, and it's
Sorry,
like...
it was Thursday. Oh, no, it was Wednesday, because that's when I saw Cheryl. And you're like, I don't fucking care. Get to the point, Wallace.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, shots fired.
Meanwhile, Julie has called. Ross is being completely insufferable on the phone. No, you hang up. Well, you didn't hang up either.
Yeah, I hate this. I hate Rachel in this scene because it's just
no,
so hard for her.
You hate
But-
Rachel? No, Rachel's fucking hilarious.
No, wait. No. I hate Rachel in the scene at first, because she's so like, this is really hard for me to have to hear him speak to his new girlfriend. It's just like my life. And then he is being so insufferable, and he does it so well.
Oh, he's the worst.
He
And he's
doesn't-
sitting so close to her.
Yeah.
He's basically leaning into
She
her
didn't hang up
face.
either.
So Rachel just grabs the phone and hangs up.
I know. Oh, I would do that. 100%.
Yeah. So Ross leaves to call Julie back to let her know that he didn't hang up. And Rachel says to everyone else, 2 weeks ago, I was fine. And then Ross comes in to grab an orange. And as he walks past, he's kissing the phone. It's just such an insufferable piece of shit.
I know. At least have the decency when you're in that new romance talk on the phone all the time phase to do it at your own house, Ross. You have a house.
Yeah.
Also, have you seen your son since you got back from China? You asked Monica to show him pictures of you, but have you actually seen him?
Yeah.
You're a terrible father.
But this scene has a wonderful button on it because, you know, Rachel's sitting there so annoyed at Ross. Ross is being so insufferable. And then Chandler just comes out with, okay, I don't care what you guys say. Something is bothering her.
Yeah, I feel like Chandler comes a bit more into his element this season and as the seasons go on, where it's not... What's the word? Because it's still sarcasm, but it's not... I don't know. It's a bit more directed. It's not like this sort of ethereal about nothing sarcasm. It's like it's directed at members of the group, and I really like that. Except when he's mean to Joey, I don't like that. So then there's a little sting, which you will not play, and we're still at the apartment, and Joey says, "You know what? I think I was 16." He's still banging on about what age he was when he started seeing his tailor.
Yep, and Monica is still begging for a haircut. Nothing has really changed. But, something has changed. Because Rachel fucked Paolo.
Spoiler. Fuck. So first she comes out to the common area and she's like, guys, can you all like look away? So she's drawing more attention to it.
Yeah.
Being the attention
It's the Streisand effect.
Yeah. What?
Oh, you've never heard of that? The Streisand effect?
No.
It's when you try pretend something didn't happen and in doing so you draw more attention to it.
What?
It's named after Barbara Streisand when her house was on Google Maps, is my memory of it. And she sued Google to try and have the pictures of her house taken down. And it was that is what gave the publicity that let people know that they could look at her house. Before she did that, no one even fucking knew.
But doesn't she like live in Hollywood anyway?
Yeah, I guess.
There's probably tours going past her houses.
Yeah.
Houses.
Streisand.
Because she
effect.
probably has an apartment in New York as well.
Yeah.
Fucking get off it, Streisand. Some of us can't afford to eat the chips we want. I can't afford fruit. I don't want it. So then they're all like, oh, what are we supposed to do? And then he's like, oh, I was about to say hola. And he's not Spanish. Fuck. What does he say? Not buongiorno. Is it? Oh, fuck. I've watched too much White Lotus.
He says g'day. He says g'day in
Italian.
Yeah, Italian. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
He's Italian. I don't know. And they're like, oh, but I love Phoebe's reaction. Oh, ew.
Yes.
Ew.
But you noticed, in fact, you made me take it back. There's a mad continuity error as Phoebe gets up. Mm-hmm. She gets up twice in two different shots.
Terrible editing.
Yeah.
Honestly, sloppy. Sloppy work. Will I continue to watch it? Yes. Absolutely.
So later on, we're still at the apartment and they're asking Rachel how it happened. She basically just says that she went to his apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She felt low about herself and so she made a bad decision.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Some of us married them. No.
Ouch. Jesus.
You were mean to me earlier.
Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm barely lingual. So then Ross and Julie come in. Ross is a real dick here. He just basically announces that they fucked.
Oh, I know. And it's like, does Julie approve of you saying this?
Yeah.
Fucking have some decorum, Ross.
She literally just met these people like
Ross
the day
is
before.
not very mindful, very demure.
You trying to just be in with the kids?
No. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
You're a little bit like Steve Buscemi in that SNL skit. How do you do, fellow kids? Very mindful, very demure.
You can't even say demure properly. You can't do anything.
Right. Ross asks what Paolo's doing here. And this is one of my favorite.
Into our lives.
But this is one of my favorite. Probably this is my favorite Paolo line. I do, Raquel.
What are you doing here back in our lives? I do, Raquel. So funny.
But then Paolo touches Phoebe's ass.
Again, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, Rachel. How could you bring a sex pest back into the house?
Yep.
Back into the common group house.
Yep.
Phoebe's trauma is being replayed out here. You're a terrible person.
It's bullshit. Chandler goes to leave to go to the tailor, and as he's leaving, Joey says, "Tell him Joey Tribbiani says hello. He'll know what it means." He's on fire today with the lines. Like, he's not a huge part of this episode, but he's on fire.
Yeah. I think he'll crack the code.
And this is when Phoebe finally agrees to give Monica a haircut.
Yep. Because Monica is nothing but persistent.
That's right. So later on, we cut. Phoebe is cutting Monica's hair. Monica's making a face that says that she doesn't trust her.
It's not that she doesn't trust her. It's that it looks horrid.
Well, she's right to not trust her because, she's obviously worried about it. And Phoebe's like, stop. This is how he wears it.
Hey?
Because Monica wants her hair to look like Demi Moore.
Yep.
But Phoebe got that confused with Dudley Moore, who, of course, plays Arthur. And this is where we get the first I know. Because when she corrects her and says Demi Moore, Phoebe says, "Oh, she's got gorgeous hair." And Monica yells, "I know!"
So good.
I mean, do you have any friends that you would trust to cut your hair?
Oh, my bestie cut my hair when we were teenagers. It looked terrible. Absolutely awful. And I remember trying to hide it from my mum. And the next morning, because she'd slept over, my mum was like, "What did you do to your hair?" Not unsimilar to something I have said to our 10-year-old.
Yeah. I cut my own hair once. So I was maybe 14, 15. Because, I mean, you, I'm sure you remember me in college. I had pretty long hair.
You did.
Dude. And I cut it once, and it was the most uneven. Like, it looked like Monica's hair does in this episode. It was not good. But I will say, Monica's hair still looks better in this episode than it does in Scream 3.
Oh, yeah. Was that a wig? Were they trying to make her hair look bad on purpose?
You know what? I will come back to you with an answer next week, because I know I've had this discussion with a dear friend of the podcast, Emily Higgins, who hosts the Tasteless podcast, and I do film commentaries with her from time to time. And I know I've had this discussion with her because she's a massive fan. From memory, Scream 3 is her favourite Scream, because Emily has completely no taste. So I will check in with her, and I will come back to you on the answer of that, because I'm sure that she told me the reason why her hair looks like that.
It's got to be a wig.
It's so bad, man.
Like, the way it sits, I'm like, it has to be a wig, because it's actually not, it doesn't, like,
look
form.
like hair.
It doesn't form with her scalp.
Yep.
It's real bad. So we're at the tailor's, and Chandler's getting his pants done, and he's like, "Now I'll do the inseam." Oh, yep. And he parts his legs.
Yep.
And, of course, we have the opera playing, because Italian and big dramatic moment happening. And we just see Chandler make a face. Make a Chandler face.
Yes, the face of a man whose testes have been cupped.
I know this is a podcast, but
That's a good face.
Thank you. That's my Chandler face.
If you would allow me to, I would take a photo and post it on the Potty Mouth Facebook group, but I know you're not going to allow me to do that.
Get fucked.
So then we're at the apartment, and God, honestly, I forgot how good this episode is. When we went into this, I was not like, I forgot that this is the same episode as the haircut and the tailor and all that stuff. But we get one of my favorite scenes here where Ross comes over to the apartment to check on Monica. Phoebe says she's resting. How's the hair? I'm not going to lie to you, Ross. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look
good. The way that Phoebe delivers these lines is so good. Like, she's doing that real massage therapist voice where she's trying to be calm and not escalate things. I'm not going to lie to you, Ross. It doesn't look good. But oh my God, I love that scene. It's so good.
Well, it's just, like, they do this all the time. They play on, like, she's been through a major, like, surgery or something.
Yeah.
She's in the ICU. Yeah. She's resting now.
Yeah, because then we get, I'm going to call it my favorite line of the episode, where Joey says, "Can we see her?" And Phoebe says, "Your hair looks too good. I think it would upset her." Ross, why don't you go?
Oh, sorry, Ross, why don't you go? Oh, Phoebes. Isn't she a treasure?
It's so good.
I love her so much.
So after Ross leaves, Joey asks Phoebe how Rachel is. He says that he can sense when women are depressed and vulnerable. It's one of his talents.
Yep, so we're still doing that with Joey.
Yeah.
Yikes. But then we get an insufferable conversation with Rachel.
Yes.
She's just like, what should I do, guys?
Yeah.
The whole group revolves around me and my
Yeah.
drama.
And Joey says that she should just tell Ross how she feels.
Yeah. And that he's been with his share of people's women.
He's been with a lot of people's share of women.
Your lingualness is rubbing off on me.
But the conversation is interrupted because Chandler comes in furious. Yo, Paisan! Your tailor is a very bad man.
I don't get the Paisan reference.
You know what? Let's Google it.
You don't get it either.
I'm not going to lie to you, Noosk. It doesn't look good. Apparently it's just a reference to Joey being Italian. Paisan is just
slang.
Yeah, it's a
derogatory word.
According to Urban Dictionary, it's a word that's used with Italians or Italian Americans when informally but friendly addressing one another. It means brother or fellow countryman.
Aw, that's a bit cute. I feel like I have heard it before, and I felt like it was something to do with him being Italian.
Yeah.
Aw, so we're learning. This podcast is educational.
So, yeah, Chandler says, Joey's tailor took advantage of me. Which, of course, Joey tells him that's just how they do pants. Come on, Ross, tell him. Isn't that just how they do pants?
Yeah, and Chandler gives specific, and he's like, There
was definite
cuppage. Cuppage. But this is my favourite line.
I know it is. You love this line.
Yeah, I say it all the time. Yes, that is how they do pants. In prison. I remember once I used that joke around a whole bunch of friends that I was just getting to know, and they were clearly Friends fans, and they all laughed, and I was like, cool, I'm in.
Honestly, we're very lucky that we're a part of that generation where when you were growing up and you were trying to make friends, like, it's not like... I feel for today's generation, right? Because there is so much content out there. Like, there are so many millions of multitudes of shows that people could be watching. Whereas when we were kids, and honestly, like, we are still different than, like, the generation before us who had, like, 2 channels. But
they had more than 2.
We literally had 5.
3.
We only had 5 channels when I was growing up. Everyone in the world watched Friends. Everyone.
Oh, yeah, we only had 5.
We had 5 channels, and 2 of them nobody watched.
No.
Once you grow out of the kids' shows, you're not watching ABC until you grow into the seniors' shows. No one between the ages of 10 and 55 is watching the ABC.
Do you remember when we became obsessed with letters and numbers?
Yeah.
In our apartment
old.
days? Yeah. Such a good game show. So smart. Anyway, no, they're fine. You don't need to feel for the generation of today. They've got so much slang. Riz,
yeah. Yeah.
Other Riz slang.
You don't even know.
I do a little bit. I just don't care.
You don't even teach Gen Zs anymore, so...
I do.
Oh, that's true. You do have one class.
Yeah. And sometimes the conversations they have, I'm like, I think I know what's going on, but I'm not 100%. What's wrong?
I want to Google something.
Why?
I'm going to give you a quiz. I've just Googled. Here's a quiz on Gen Z slang that slaps.
Oh, well, I get extra points then that counts towards lightning round.
All right. Which of the following is another word for uncool? Skirt with 2 R's, chuggy, or bet?
What? What the fuck?
I think I know this one. I think it's chuggy. All right. If something slaps, it is excellent or amazing, surprising or scary. Beautiful or handsome.
Hey, what was the answer?
I don't know. It won't tell us till the end.
Oh, okay. I was going to say maybe bet. Nah, maybe. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Say this one again.
If something slaps, it is excellent or amazing, surprising or scary, beautiful or handsome.
The first one, because you use it all the time trying to be cool.
Yeah, because it slaps. What does snatched mean? Stolen, fierce or on point, or exhausted?
Fierce or on point, I think.
Okay.
People like talk about making their face look snatched, and they use it in reference to contouring.
Which of the following means a look or style that is extremely fashionable or sexy? Bussin', bet, or drip?
Isn't it drip?
I'm
got
pretty
drip?
sure it's drip, yeah. What does no cap mean? no lie, for real, chill or without stress, not cool.
No lie?
Yeah. I knew that one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I got Riz. Which of the following words is an insult for men who are seen as being too submissive to women? Vibing, simp, or okay boomer?
What the fuck?
They
have a word for this?
Yeah, it's simp.
Simp?
Yeah. What does hits different mean? Weird or unusual, confusing or nonsensical, or has a marked effect or influence?
C has a marked effect or influence.
Okay, I'll go that, but I think it's
maybe
weird
A?
or unusual. Which of the following means I've got the point? Low key, say less, or cap?
Say less.
Yeah, bro. Oh, here we go. What does bet mean? Cool or I'm down, no lie, or not cool?
Not cool. I don't know. Not cool.
Nah, it's cool or I'm down.
Oh.
Bet? like you know, people, you want to do something this weekend? Bet.
Like you bet?
Yeah, I guess that's probably.
So they just shortened it?
Which of the following means relaxing or tapping into good feelings? Bussin', vibing, or snatched?
Vibin'.
Let's see how we did. Fuck yes, 10 out of 10.
Our vibes were immaculate.
Fuck yes. Yeah, we very demure.
So much Riz.
Let's get back to Friends.
Yeah. Anyway.
So later on, Monica is looking at her hair. She says that even Mary Tyler Moore would have been better. I don't fully get that. I don't know what Mary Tyler Moore's hair looks.
Look it up.
Oh my god, we're just people who Google today.
We're millennials. That's the answer to everything.
Her hair looks fine.
Show me.
I would even venture to say good.
It's not fabulous, but it's definitely better than what Monica has. 100%.
Ross says that he thinks her hair is a 10.
Ross is full of shit.
Chandler says that she could get caught between the moon and New York City. I know it's crazy, but it's true. I'm guessing that that's a... I'm Googling.
This is a great episode. Welcome back to season 2, where we have to
Yes,
Google
that's what
everything.
I thought. It's the theme from Arthur, which is the movie that Dudley Moore is in.
So he's being a shithead.
Yes, of course.
I love it.
But Rachel asks to talk to Ross before he leaves.
Yeah. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up.
But again, I tell you what, this episode has so many funny lines that I've forgotten about. As they're all leaving, Joey turns to Chandler and says, "When the doctor does that hernia test, that's okay."
That's okay. Yep.
Love
because
that.
there's definite cuppage there.
Oh, yes, there is. I've had many a hernia test.
Yep. And hernias.
Yes. But what Rachel wants to tell Ross is that she's not with Paolo.
Yeah.
Ross laughs. He's kind of a dick here, but I think he's right. He says, he just wants to make sure it's not one of those things where she'll get back with him because what he really wants to say is that Paolo is scum.
A conversation you had with your sisters many times.
Oh, yeah, because, people, they break up, they get back together. Like, you got to be careful about what you say when people break up at first if you're not sure. Yeah.
But also, Rachel, needing to make a point, I'm not with him. Just so you know, I'm available. It's so annoying.
Yeah. And Ross says he deserves...
Focus on your career, girl.
Yeah, well, but at least she realizes to stop because he says, that she deserves to be with someone who appreciates her. And at first, this is just fuel to Rachel's fire. But then what he says is, like me with Julie.
Yep. And that's when she's like, oh, sad face, but I accept. Except she doesn't accept because then we've got the, what do you call it? The tag on the episode?
The tag, yep.
And Julie is getting her hair cut by Phoebe now.
Yes.
And she's like, just checking, who is it?
Andie MacDowell.
Andie MacDowell.
That's the woman from 4 Weddings and a Funeral, right?
Yeah. And she's
no,
like,
it's the guy from Planet of the Apes.
That is a fucking shitty thing to do, Rach. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Oh, but Rachel has a habit of doing this with Ross's girlfriends. Do you remember when she convinces the other girlfriend to go bald again?
Do I remember?
So yeah, that's it. Honestly, I really, really, really enjoyed this episode. I think I'm going to give this a 9. This is a strong return to season 2.
It's an 8 for me, just because other 9s are just, for me personally, ahead of it. But you can see how this show, in the first season, it like skyrocketed. People were like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah.
And then to come back with such a strong episode, the first episode of season 2, it was like, oh, we haven't jumped the shark yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of not jumping the shark, we have not jumped the shark. People still enjoy us. People still want us to do things. And one of those things is a lightning round.
Okay,
Are you
hang
ready?
on. Your first question's bullshit.
Okay, go ahead.
To what does Phoebe change her name to after marrying Mike?
Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
I don't even have to look at the answer.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, your first question is also insanely easy. What is Ichiban?
Oh, lipstick for men.
Lipstick for men. Yeah. Fun fact, because as I said earlier, I speak a little Japanese. Ichiban means number one.
So it's not even lipstick for men.
It just means
number
one. Typically in reference to like it's how they would say like the best, like it's the best or favorite. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Who is your Ichiban friend after this episode?
You.
No, of the cast, you idiot.
It hasn't changed, I don't think. It's still Ross and Rachel are still up there for me.
Ugh. No way. Phoebes for the win. All right. Which friend does Joey set up as an extra nurse with Trey?
Oh, Phoebe.
Yeah.
Yeah. she
Have you
built
seen
the
the
whole
bloopers?
backstory.
Have you seen the bloopers
No,
of
I
that
haven't.
scene? They're fucking funny.
All right. This one's also fairly easy. What does Joey reveal to Rachel is his first move on a date?
Oh, when they're dating each other, but not really.
Yeah.
Oh, the first one? Hang on. Not how you doing?
No.
Because he's dating her. Oh shit! And doesn't look her up or down because he already did that with how you doing. I don't know.
He has a bottle of wine sent to the table from a fan.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What a loser.
None for Gretchen Wieners.
If a guy I was seeing did that, I'd be like, get fucked. even if I thought it was from a fan, I'd be like, come off it, mate.
I should do that. I should have a bottle of wine sent over from a podcast listener.
That's so lame.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us here at the one where we watched. Next week, we are getting to the one with the breast milk.
Such a good ep.
It's another one, though, that I could not tell you what the B and C stories are. I remember the breast milk storyline. I don't remember what else happens in that episode.
Honestly, same. But that's all Friends episodes for me, except like the big ones.
Yeah.
The big ones.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us here at the one where we watched. Thank you for coming back after our little 2-week break between seasons. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can do that at pottymouthradio.com or pottymouthradio@gmail.com. You can definitely go join the Facebook Pottymouth listener community where you can hit us up. I'm not desperate. But speaking of being desperate, please go give us a review. 5-star rating.
Please review us.
Review us, rate us on Spotify, Apple, all that good
desperate
stuff.
For
Please
attention.
tell all of your friends about us.
Oh my God.
The best way to continue hearing us talk about Friends is to share it with your friends. So please go do that. It's not desperate. It's just good business sense. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And we'll catch you next week.
In prison.